Well, not perfect timing, but hey, this week in indoor football is back and ready to go. Today is June 9th, 2026, and welcome to what episode, like 119 or whatever. We're in the thick of things now. So the IAL, hey, let's have a break last week. Let's have a break, even though our arenas are booked for games and everything like that. Let's make a European squad out of nowhere, just out of thin ice. And make a second half schedule. Which some of this doesn't make any sense. There are going to be some double headers inside some of these arenas, even triple headers. When you look at the new schedule that goes all the way through July 25th, so it'll be the five European teams, the one Euro squad, and then the playoffs will happen in August. So it should be interesting. At the same time, some people are like, oh well, I don't know how these guys getting paid, and people are like, well, they're getting paid. I mean, it's been a rough go of it. Like this has been the disaster of the season. Like I say things can't get any worse, but they just somehow continue to get any crazier with the IL. Like I don't understand how we have arena dates booked. We don't play the games that we're supposed to be playing, and then just be like, yeah, whatever. It's whatever at this point. So it was a disaster from a jump with the European teams. So you know it can't go worse than Team Mexico, right? It can't go worse than that. um, but yeah, the IL, they'll roll forward with six teams, which is a fine number, anyways, to stay with. I think six is always a good number for leagues, personally. I like to keep things small, but yeah. So there's that. The funny thing about the IFL this week is that the Vegas Nighthawks barely escaped the Northern Arizona Wranglers 71-70. Most of the other scores, it's like there were some blowouts in there. There was some good games in there, but it was just funny that Vegas just could not get an ass off of them to save their lives. Like there had to be some fluky nonsense at the end. Vegas is one of the best teams in the league, along with Green Bay, along with Jacksonville and Arizona. Like those are the top four indisputably right now. You know, in the IFL. And it's just really, really funny that there are games sometimes like this where it's just like, what in the world are we watching here? How in the world did we get to this point? And that's just how the point we got to. The NAL playoffs, on the other hand, it was not as predictable as expected. Southwest Kansas will get the six straight winning team, the team that has won six straight games in the Omaha Beef. Pueblo and Salina will tangle in the other semifinal, and it should be very, very fun. I don't think Sioux City just had what it takes really, and then it's just like Colorado. Come on now, come on now. I mean, they tried, but I mean, it's like no, it wasn't gonna happen. But I mean, it was a good game between Colorado and Salina anyway, though. Really good game, really fun, much more fun than the other game in the semifinal. They're in the quarterfinal, quote unquote, the first round of the playoffs because the beef and the bandits meet again, and the beef just having the momentum. Maybe it was the locker room at the time. After all, uh, uh, I mean, what can you say? The other funny thing this week was a ref having to go off on the field, which in the TAL, things have been a little bit shaky with some of the teams. There's definitely some talent, but Monroe's field did not look too good. Memphis's field especially was not looking too great. There was basketball courts. I get where they were playing at. But it's like I don't know what in the world this sort of setup was. They had a kid coming basically near the game field and everything like that. There's an open part of the end zone. There's an open part of the end zone, and I guess this kid was just haggling at this ref, and the ref decided, "Hey, get out of here." before I make you get out of here, you know. And it's like it was just a wild, wild thing, you know. I forgot there's also division standings now. Did you know that there's division standings? I forgot there were division standings. You know, maybe I should have paid more attention to that. But I mean, there are division standings. Some of the games in the TAL so far have been pretty good. Some of them have not been. It just is what it is with all the new expansions. And speaking of expansions, the Montgomery Catfish are in the AAL. Oh my goodness. One of the best looking logos I think I've seen. I've heard the website for them looks really, really good. The Texas Wild Hogs are also coming. They are at the like the Desert Rose, does that old arena where San Antonio used to play at. San Antonio used to play at, like a different arena when they were in the AAL. So it's all good. It's all good. These are two new expansions, and I think these are really the Montgomery edition is just really, really nice. Like it's a really, really nice addition. The way the branding has been, there's already a bar stool for them. I think Memphis has a bar stool too, but you know, it's a really, really fun audition, a really, really fun name. I like it a lot. It's gonna be one hell of a season in 2027 for the AAL if they can get it together completely. The AL two has some teams, play and they've been. I have no idea what the playoff situation is looking like in the AAL two. Um, to be quite honest with you. And then, you know, the AF1, real quick, just to kind of get that out of the way. Kentucky's clinched a playoff spot. Albany's already clinched a playoff spot. We already knew that. Albany has ran a rough shot over the league for most of the season. There's been some times where they haven't played up to snuff, but for the most part, they've been the Firebirds have been the Firebirds. Like what else is there to say? Minnesota should be close to getting a playoff spot, and then it'll be like one honestly it'll probably be Nashville and Minnesota getting the other playoff spots. I think Michigan might have a chance. Do I think Oceanside and Beaumont have a chance? Absolutely not. Do I think Oregon and Washington, with the way they play 6 times a year, do I think they have a chance? Probably not. So, we have two of like four, six. I have no idea how many playoff teams in the AF1 right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Should just be four, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, other than the IL completely, just having another brain fart, that was this week. It's been an interesting week, and I think the games this week proved themselves yet again to be another intriguing one for everybody. There's a lot of stuff across the board, that was just really, really fun this week. Like you just can't beat it. I mean, some people's bets are gonna go crazy. There's been some crazy plays. There's been some crazy things that happen off the field, and it's never as crazy as you think it is. It's crazy, but it ain't. It hasn't been as crazy as it has been. If you get what I mean. Terry Bowden getting knocked out, like 2 weeks ago was, basically like, wow, how did you forget to talk about that? Another player getting doinked in the head with the ball, a couple weeks ago. Wow, how does that even happen? But yeah, the crazy highlights are, I mean, honestly, looking back on the things that happened this week, they weren't even that crazy. It really wasn't. Like, should should the fields in the TL look a little bit better than they do? Absolutely. But I think Monroe's going to get a new field. That's what I was told, or that's what I heard, that Monroe's going to get a new field, but I don't know yet. Um, but yeah, that'll do it for me. Got nothing else. Talk to y'all later.